Have you ever finished a meal and felt like you swallowed a balloon? That tight, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, the sluggishness, the bloating. It's frustrating, isn't it? Maybe it wasn't always this way. You used to enjoy your favorite meals without a second thought, but now, even foods that once felt harmless seem to fight back. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot changes after 70, and digestion is no exception. What your body used to handle with ease might now leave you feeling heavy, gassy, or just plain miserable. But here's the good news. Feeling this way isn't just part of getting older. Your body is sending signals, telling you something about your diet isn't working anymore. And when you start listening, you can make small but powerful changes that bring relief, energy, and even joy back into eating. Today we're talking about 4 signs that your diet might be working against you, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Because no one should have to feel uncomfortable after every meal. Food should nourish you, not leave you regretting every bite. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in how your body reacts to food over the years? What's something you used to eat all the time but can't handle anymore? Drop a comment below, because your experience might help someone else who's going through the same thing. And if you find this video helpful, consider giving it a like and subscribing. This channel is all about real conversations, real experiences, and real solutions. Now, let's talk about that first warning sign: persistent bloating and indigestion. If you constantly feel like your stomach is tight, heavy, or unsettled, your diet could be the culprit. But why does this happen more as we get older? Well, one reason is that your digestive system naturally slows down with age. Your stomach produces less acid, which makes it harder to break down food properly. That means meals that used to digest smoothly now sit longer in your stomach, leading to bloating, discomfort, and sometimes even acid reflux. It's not just about spicy or greasy foods. Things like dairy, processed grains, and even some vegetables can start causing issues. And then there's fiber. You've probably heard that fiber is essential for digestion. But here's the tricky part. Not all fiber is created equal. Some types of fiber, like those found in raw vegetables and certain beans, can be tough on a slower digestive system. If you've ever eaten a salad and felt like your stomach was working overtime, that's why. The good news? You don't have to give up fiber. You just have to be smarter about how you get it. Cooked vegetables, oats, and gentle fruits like bananas or berries can still give you the benefits of fiber without the discomfort. Another common trigger: artificial sweeteners and highly processed foods. Many low-fat or sugar-free options are loaded with ingredients that disrupt digestion. Sorbitol and maltitol, for example, are commonly found in sugar-free candies and gums, and they can cause major bloating and gas. If you're reaching for those kinds of foods thinking they're the healthier choice, they might actually be doing more harm than good. And let's not forget hydration. It sounds simple, but not drinking enough water can slow down digestion and make bloating worse. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls, so we might not realize when we're dehydrated. If you're not already doing so, try sipping warm water with meals instead of cold drinks, which can sometimes slow digestion further. Herbal teas like ginger or peppermint can also help ease bloating and soothe your stomach naturally. So, what can you do right now to reduce bloating and indigestion? First, pay attention to how your body reacts to different foods. Keep a mental note, or even write it down, when you notice discomfort after a meal. Are dairy products making you feel heavy? Does eating too fast leave you feeling bloated? Awareness is the first step to making meaningful changes. Second, be mindful of portion sizes. Sometimes it's not just what we eat, but how much. A smaller portion of a food that bothers you might be tolerable, while a large serving overwhelms your digestive system. Finally, make gradual swaps. If raw vegetables leave you feeling uncomfortable, try steaming them instead. If dairy gives you trouble, experiment with lactose-free options. If processed foods are sneaking into your diet, start replacing them with whole, natural alternatives. Small adjustments can lead to big improvements. Now, persistent bloating and indigestion aren't just about comfort. They're also linked to energy levels. If your body is struggling to break down food efficiently, it can leave you feeling drained and sluggish. And that brings us to the next warning sign: frequent fatigue and low energy. Because food should fuel you, not leave you feeling exhausted. It's one thing to feel a little tired after a long day, but if you wake up already exhausted, struggle to get through the afternoon without needing a nap, or feel like you're running on empty no matter how much you rest, your diet might be draining your energy instead of fueling it. And the frustrating part, you might not even realize what's causing it. Many people assume that feeling tired all the time is just a part of aging, but that's not entirely true. Yes, your body changes, but your energy levels shouldn't be constantly running on low. If they are, it's a sign that something is out of balance, especially when it comes to what you're eating. Think about it this way. Food is your body's fuel, just like a car. If you put in the wrong type of fuel, or not enough of the right one, you're not going to run smoothly. And as you get older, your body becomes more sensitive to the quality of that fuel. That's why some foods that used to give you energy might now leave you feeling sluggish, and why skipping meals or making poor food choices can have an even greater impact than before. One major culprit? Not getting enough protein. A lot of people naturally start eating less protein as they age, sometimes without even realizing it. Maybe you used to cook big meals with plenty of meat or fish, but now you prefer lighter options or find yourself relying more on snacks. The problem is, protein is essential for maintaining muscle, stabilizing blood sugar, and keeping energy levels steady. Without enough of it, you might feel weak, tired, or even experience brain fog. But don't worry, getting enough protein doesn't mean you have to eat a steak at every meal. Simple adjustments, like adding eggs to breakfast, incorporating beans or lentils into soups, or snacking on nuts, can make a big difference. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and lean poultry are also great options if you're looking for ways to boost your intake without overcomplicating your meals. Another thing that might be draining your energy? Blood sugar spikes and crashes. Have you ever eaten something sweet or carb-heavy, felt a quick burst of energy, and then crashed soon after? That's your blood sugar going on a roller coaster ride. Foods like white bread, sugary cereals, pastries, and even some fruit juices can give you a quick rush of energy, but they don't provide long-lasting fuel. Instead, they cause a sharp rise in blood sugar, followed by a sudden drop, leaving you feeling drained and sluggish. The key here isn't to cut out carbs completely, but to focus on better quality carbs. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats release energy more slowly, keeping you fueled for longer. Pairing carbs with protein or healthy fats, like having peanut butter on whole grain toast instead of just jam, can also help stabilize blood sugar and keep your energy steady throughout the day. And speaking of balance, dehydration is another sneaky energy thief. It might sound too simple to be true, but even mild dehydration can leave you feeling tired, dizzy, or mentally foggy. And the tricky part? You might not feel thirsty, even if your body needs more water. As we age, our natural thirst response weakens, which means by the time you feel thirsty, you're probably already dehydrated. The solution is simple. Make drinking water a habit, even when you're not thirsty. If plain water feels boring, try infusing it with lemon, cucumber, or berries for a little flavor. Herbal teas are another great way to stay hydrated without relying on sugary drinks. And if you wake up feeling groggy, start your morning with a glass of water before reaching for coffee. It can make a big difference in your energy levels. Now, here's something a lot of people don't think about: nutrient deficiencies. As your body changes, so does the way it absorbs certain vitamins and minerals. Even if you're eating well, you might not be getting enough of key nutrients like B12, iron, and magnesium, all of which play a big role in energy production. Low B12 levels, for example, can cause fatigue, weakness, and even memory issues. But since B12 is mostly found in animal products, vegetarians or people who eat less meat might not be getting enough. Iron is another important one, especially for women. Even a slight deficiency can leave you feeling run down and sluggish. And magnesium? It's involved in over 300 processes in the body, including muscle function, nerve health, and energy production. Yet many people don't get enough of it. If you're struggling with fatigue and can't seem to pinpoint the cause, it might be worth checking your nutrient levels. Foods rich in B12, like fish, eggs, and dairy, can help, while leafy greens, nuts, and seeds are great sources of magnesium. And if you're unsure whether you're getting enough of these nutrients, a simple blood test can give you answers. Now, let's talk about a habit that's easy to overlook: meal timing. Skipping meals or going too long without eating can leave you feeling drained and sluggish, even if you're eating healthy foods. Have you ever gotten busy, forgotten to eat, and then suddenly felt lightheaded or irritable? That's your body running low on fuel. Instead of relying on big, heavy meals, try eating smaller, balanced meals throughout the day. This keeps your metabolism steady and prevents energy crashes. If you're not big on breakfast, even something simple, like a handful of nuts or a smoothie, can help kickstart your energy for the day. And finally, let's talk about movement. It might seem counterintuitive, but being too sedentary can actually make you feel more tired. When you're not moving enough, your circulation slows down, your muscles weaken, and your energy levels drop. The good news? You don't need to do anything extreme to feel the benefits. Even light activity, like stretching in the morning, taking a short walk after meals, or doing gentle chair exercises, can boost circulation, improve energy, and help you feel more awake. So if you've been feeling constantly drained, take a look at your diet. Are you getting enough protein? Are your meals balanced, or are they causing blood sugar crashes? Are you staying hydrated? Making small, mindful changes can help you regain your energy and feel more like yourself again. But what if your diet isn't just making you tired? What if it's actually contributing to aches and pains? That brings us to the next big warning sign: joint pain and inflammation. Because what you eat can play a major role in how your body feels, and certain foods might be making things worse without you even realizing it. Waking up in the morning with stiff, aching joints isn't just frustrating. It can make everyday life feel harder than it needs to be. Maybe it's getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or even just going about your daily routine. The aches and stiffness seem to linger longer than they used to, and on some days, they might even slow you down. Now, joint pain can have many causes, from arthritis to past injuries, but one thing that often gets overlooked is how much diet plays a role in inflammation. What you eat can either fuel the fire, making your pain worse, or help calm it down and keep your joints moving more comfortably. And the tricky part? Some foods that seem completely harmless, even healthy, might be making things worse without you even realizing it. One of the biggest culprits? Processed foods and refined sugars. If you regularly eat packaged snacks, white bread, sugary cereals, or fast food, you could be feeding inflammation without knowing it. These types of foods cause spikes in blood sugar, which triggers the release of inflammatory chemicals in the body. Over time, that inflammation can settle into your joints, leading to stiffness and pain. And let's talk about one that surprises a lot of people: vegetable oils. Certain oils, like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil, are high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 isn't all bad. Your body needs it in small amounts. But when you get too much, especially without enough anti-inflammatory omega-3s to balance it out, it can contribute to chronic inflammation. Many processed and fried foods are loaded with these oils, which is why cutting back can make a real difference in how your joints feel. But what about foods that help? Well, the good news is, just as some foods can trigger inflammation, others can help fight it. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are powerful inflammation fighters. If you don't eat a lot of fish, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are great plant-based sources of omega-3s. And then there are antioxidant-rich foods. Berries, leafy greens, nuts, and olive oil all contain compounds that help reduce inflammation and protect your joints. Turmeric, in particular, has been shown to be especially effective at easing joint pain thanks to its active ingredient, curcumin. Adding a little turmeric to soups, stews, or even tea can be an easy way to get those benefits. Speaking of inflammation triggers, let's not forget dairy. This one can be tricky because dairy affects people differently. Some people tolerate it just fine, while others find that too much of it worsens joint pain. If you've ever noticed that your pain flares up after eating cheese, milk, or yogurt, it might be worth experimenting with, reducing your intake to see if it makes a difference. There are plenty of alternatives out there, from almond and oat milk to plant-based yogurts, so you don't have to give up your favorite foods entirely. Another thing to watch out for: excess salt. Now, salt itself isn't the enemy. You need some for proper muscle and nerve function, but too much of it can cause your body to hold on to excess water, leading to swelling and stiffness in the joints. Processed and canned foods are often loaded with hidden salt, so if joint pain is a problem for you, checking labels and opting for fresh, whole foods whenever possible can help. Now, here's where things get interesting. Did you know that your gut health is directly connected to inflammation? A healthy gut helps keep inflammation under control, while an unhealthy gut can actually make it worse. If you're eating a lot of processed foods, artificial sweeteners, or even taking frequent antibiotics, your gut bacteria might be out of balance, which could be contributing to inflammation throughout your body, including your joints. So, what's the solution? Feeding your gut the right foods. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi are packed with probiotics that help balance your gut bacteria. And fiber-rich foods like beans, lentils, and whole grains act as fuel for the good bacteria in your gut, helping to keep inflammation in check. Another simple but powerful change, drinking more green tea. It's packed with antioxidants that help fight inflammation. And studies suggest it might even help slow the breakdown of cartilage in your joints. A cup or two a day could be an easy and natural way to support your joint health. Now, food alone isn't the only factor when it comes to joint pain. Movement plays a huge role too. You might think that resting your joints will make them feel better, but in reality, too much inactivity can actually make stiffness worse. Gentle movement, like walking, stretching, or even water exercises, helps keep your joints flexible and reduces inflammation. And if you're looking for a way to get moving without putting too much strain on your joints, swimming or water aerobics can be fantastic options. So, if joint pain has been slowing you down, start paying attention to what's on your plate. Cut back on processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy oils. Add in more omega-3s, antioxidant-rich foods, and gut-friendly options. Stay hydrated, get moving, and consider making a few small changes to your routine. Because here's the thing, feeling good in your body isn't just about avoiding pain. It's about having the freedom to move, to enjoy life, to do the things you love without being held back by stiffness and discomfort. But what if your diet isn't just affecting your energy and joints? What if it's also causing unexplained weight gain or loss? That's what we're going to talk about next. Because sudden changes in weight aren't just about appearance. They can be a sign that something deeper is going on inside your body, and your diet could be playing a bigger role than you think. Weight naturally fluctuates over time, but if you've noticed sudden, unexplained changes, whether it's gaining weight without changing your eating habits or losing weight without trying, it could be a sign that your diet isn't supporting your body the way it should. And after 70, these shifts in weight aren't just about appearance. They can signal deeper imbalances in your metabolism, hormones, or even muscle health. Let's start with unexpected weight gain. Maybe your clothes are fitting tighter, the scale keeps creeping up, or you're feeling heavier despite eating the same way you always have. It's easy to blame it on age, but the truth is, metabolism slows down as muscle mass decreases, and certain dietary habits can make that process worse. One of the biggest culprits? Processed carbs and sugars. Even if you don't eat a lot of sweets, things like white bread, pasta, crackers, and even some low-fat foods can cause weight gain. That's because these foods break down quickly into sugar, causing insulin levels to rise. And when insulin is high, your body stores more fat, especially around the belly. The solution isn't about cutting carbs completely, but choosing the right ones. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread digest more slowly, keeping blood sugar steady and preventing fat storage. And pairing carbs with protein or healthy fats, like having avocado on whole grain toast instead of just butter, can help keep weight in check without feeling deprived. Now, here's something many people don't realize. Not eating enough can also lead to weight gain. If you skip meals or drastically cut calories, your body goes into survival mode, slowing your metabolism to conserve energy. Over time, this can make it harder to lose weight, even if you feel like you're eating less. That's why eating regular, balanced meals is key. Instead of skipping breakfast or relying on small snacks throughout the day, focus on meals with a mix of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. A simple meal like grilled chicken with roasted vegetables and a side of quinoa provides the nutrients your body needs without spiking blood sugar or causing cravings later. Another common factor in weight gain: hidden sources of extra calories. It's easy to overlook things like sugary drinks, sauces, or even healthy snacks like granola bars, which can be loaded with added sugar. Even too much fruit juice can lead to weight gain because it lacks the fiber that whole fruit provides. Instead of fruit juice, opt for whole fruits like apples or berries, which give you natural sweetness along with fiber. And if you enjoy flavored drinks, try adding lemon, cucumber, or mint to water for a refreshing alternative that won't spike blood sugar. Now, What if the issue isn't weight gain, but unexpected weight loss? Losing weight without trying can seem like a good thing at first, but if it happens too quickly, it can be a sign that your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs. One reason for sudden weight loss is muscle loss. After 70, your body naturally starts losing muscle, but if you're not getting enough protein, that loss can happen faster. And because muscle helps keep your metabolism steady, losing it can make you feel weaker, more fatigued, and even more prone to falls or injuries. That's why getting enough protein is crucial. Lean meats, eggs, fish, and plant-based sources like beans and tofu can help preserve muscle and keep your metabolism working efficiently. And if you struggle to eat large portions, small protein-rich snacks, like a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese, can help maintain muscle without feeling like you're forcing yourself to eat. Another reason for unexpected weight loss: poor absorption of nutrients. As you age, your digestive system changes, and your body might not absorb nutrients as efficiently as before. If you're losing weight despite eating well, you might not be getting enough of key nutrients like B12, iron, and vitamin D, all of which play a role in maintaining weight, energy, and overall health. If you've noticed a drop in weight and don't know why, it might be worth checking with a doctor to see if you need supplements or dietary adjustments. Even something as simple as adding more healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, or nuts, can help maintain a healthy weight without relying on processed foods. And then there's stress and emotional health. Many people don't realize that stress can impact weight in both directions. Some people eat more when they're stressed, leading to weight gain, while others lose their appetite and unintentionally lose weight. Managing stress, whether through meditation, gentle exercise, or even just making time for enjoyable activities, can help keep weight stable. And if you find that your appetite has changed due to stress or emotions, small, nutrient-dense meals can help keep your body fueled without overwhelming your digestive system. So, whether you're struggling with unexpected weight gain or loss, the key is balance. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods, stay mindful of portion sizes, and make sure you're getting enough protein to support muscle health. Small changes can make a big difference, not just in how you look, but in how you feel every day. And remember, your body is always communicating with you. If you've been feeling bloated, constantly fatigued, dealing with joint pain, or noticing unexpected weight changes, it's not something to ignore. These signs are your body's way of saying it needs a little more care, and the good news is, small shifts in your diet can lead to big improvements in how you feel. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these changes in your body? Have you made adjustments to your diet that have helped? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might just help someone else on their journey to better health. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from it. Our community is all about learning from each other, and your insights matter. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself, because you deserve to feel your best at every age.